What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 202, and we start today's episode off by seeing that Napoli have came back to us, Ari Ermakov. They said they'll give us £17.5 million, and I say give us 18.25, and you can take him. So, as I said before, Ermakov, we picked him up for a free agent all those years ago. He's developed so nicely, but really, he's not really my type of player, to be honest. He's quick and he's good, but he's still not my type of player. He's one of those players that even though he's got the stats you think you'd like, he doesn't really do it for you, do you know what I mean? So Ermakov looks like he's on his way, and also Robinson, we counter offer Everton the bid they put in for Jack Robinson for £2.5 million, and we'll wait to see what they say. And also Spurs have said that Robinson, they're not going to let him go for £44.5 million. You may well have seen as well, Harry Kane says that he's not going to go to Monaco, as you can see here in this email. First of all, Everton come back to us and said he goes £2.3 million for Robinson, which we say yes to. And also Harry Kane, transfer talks are broken down, so that is gutting. That is truly gutting, because Kane's a good centre forward, don't get me wrong, but for £30 million that would have been an amazing deal for us. So unfortunately Kane isn't going to leave £30 million and he'll stay here, so that's a bit of a shame, but there you go. Napoli have matched the £18.25 million counter offer for Ermakov, so it looks like he's going to be on his way. To be honest, he wouldn't be getting into the side anyway, so you know, we may as well cash in on him, because really with the arrival of Suso and of course Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, now Ezekiel as well, we may change formation. Because of this, he wouldn't get into the side. He'd get on the bench, and that's the best he'd do. So I thought really it's probably best just to cash in on him and, you know, strengthen the other areas in the squad, you know, because the sort of the front three area is our strongest. We should look at the other areas now, but still, Ermakov looks like he's on his way. And also as well, transfer rules came in for Kane and Liali. We rejected them. Also, Spurs, they just will not give up on Glenn Robinson. They say 44.5 million or nothing. We told them we'll give them, I think it was 37.5 million or 37, yeah, okay, 37.5 million for Glenn Robinson, and it's a huge overspend, it really is. But Jack Robinson's gone to Everton for £2.3 million. That's okay with me, because he rarely gets into the side nowadays anyway. And also we have a youth score monthly report as we now enter August as well. And you can see how the 5 players we have in our academy are doing. They all look very basic. We actually rejected one of those players. This guy is the only one I'm really excited about. Leon Symington. He's the only one that looks good, but the rest of them look quite average. The board wants to win the league. We already knew that, so there you go. That's a pointless email. But also a transfer came for Anderson Rodriguez. Wolves want him on loan, and I was thinking about accepting this, but now I thought, well, actually, I might not have too many strikers, and if we do have an injury crisis, I'll need at least one. So we're going to keep him here for the time being. But Ermakov has indeed gone to Napoli for £18.25 million. We'll never forget him. We'll never forget what he did for us, but now he's gone. That's fine. Again, he wouldn't have really got into the side that often anyway, so I think it's best to cash in on him now. And also as well, we took on Herder Berlin. How about this for our third and final pre-season friendly? And as you can see, we took the lead through Desi, one of our academy products, and we did indeed go on to win the game by a goal to nil. So Herder Berlin could do with me managing their side. Who knows? Maybe one day, right? But yeah, there you go. We beat Herder Berlin in our third and final pre-season friendly. And also a transfer offer came in for Danny Ings, which we rejected, and also a bid came in for Nathan Baker from Freiburg. We said we wanted, I think it was 5.2 million or possibly 6.2 million for okay, 6.5 million for our centre back, because although he's 30 years old, he's still 78 overall, and he's actually quite a decent centre half. You know, despite being quite slow, he's still quite decent. So we'll wait to see what Freiburg say. Yeah, and as you can see there, Ermakov has indeed gone to Napoli as well. But Spurs have accepted a bid for Glenn Robinson, so a £37.5 million bid for Glenn Robinson, and we give him a contract, and we'll wait and see what he says. You know, you guys are going to be commenting right now, smashing your keyboard, smashing your head into the keyboard, thinking, why would you get 2, 3, possibly even 4 players around that overall for the same price? Well, like I said, it's desperation and nothing else. It's also the player I really wanted. I don't know about you guys, but when you have a target that you really want, you'll spend whatever it takes to get him. Do you know what I mean? That's who I am. If I have a target I really want, usually I've got like 4 or 5. When there's just one target that I really want, I'll spend whatever it takes to get him. Do you know what I mean? So Glenn Robinson looks like he's going to come in. It is going to be a massive overspend. I know you guys won't be too happy about it, but at the end of the day, he's a CM who really is fantastic. You know, he's actually a great player. He's got an 84 rated overall, and he's got some fantastic stats, and I think he's a very awesome CM. He'll be a partnership with Triggs in that CDM slot. He's obviously got a high defensive work rate anyway. He's got some very good defensive stats, all round stats really, and yes, it is a massive overspend, but you know, in my opinion, I wouldn't say it's going to be worth every penny, and I won't say he's going to be worth that in years to come, but what I do know is that not only will we be getting a great player from a rival club, one of our former clubs as well, we'll also be getting a new player for that holding midfield position, which of course, you know, is a good position, but we don't have too many players there anyway. We've got quite a lack of players there, lack of quality there, and this guy is, you know, one of the best ones out there in my opinion, at 84 overall. He's 24 years old. I'm confident I can get him up to an 86, 87. I think 88 would be a bit of a stretch, but 86, 87 in my opinion, I definitely think I could do that, and he'll form a partnership with Triggs here, and like I said, yes, I know to many people that's a bit of an overspend, but as you'll see his stats here, I genuinely think he's going to be worth that much money. Sorry, I don't know if it'll be worth that much money, but I definitely think that it's you know, for me at least, I'll be very happy with it. I don't think I'm going to be sort of crying into my pillow at night thinking, why on earth did I do that? Why didn't I look elsewhere? I would much prefer having Robinson. So Robinson comes in. It is a huge overspend. I'll stop going on about it now, but yeah, there you go. It's just one of those things really, but still, we put in a bid for Danny Wright once again, the left back. We can still afford him if we wish to do so. Same with Ricky Tilson, although I could actually offer a contract to Ricky Tilson. I wouldn't even need to worry about getting a bid accepted again, which I found quite strange, but we put in a new bid for Danny Wright. We also put in a new contract for Ricky Tilson, and we shall wait and see what Manchester City say, and of course Ricky Tilson, as we offer him a contract here. But here's a look at our squad, a 5-star team, 4-2-3-1. Goalkeeper Leali, back four of Carrasco, a right back, Eric Dier, Gutierrez and Shaw, Triggs and Robinson a holding midfield pairing, Kelvin, Susan, Oxlade-Chamberlain as the front three, and Ezekiel leading the line. So yes, Carrasco playing right back. You're probably sitting there thinking, what the hell, seriously? Well, it is of course, like I said, this is the exact reason why I decided to cash in on Ermakov. We've got so many great players in that front three position, we don't really need to have those players, you know, we don't really need Ermakov. So I thought the only way I can fit Carrasco into the first team is playing him right back. Otherwise, one of Kelvin, 86, Oxlade-Chamberlain, 85, or Suso, 88, would have to drop to the bench, and I didn't really want to do that. So yeah, Carrasco, or drop Carrasco to the bench, which of course I really didn't want to do. So Carrasco is going to play right back, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, we didn't really need Ermakov. We've got so many class players in that front three position. We've actually had to play one of them at right back. So yeah, there you go. That's the squad. That's what we'll be lined up with for the start of the season, presumably, as long as we don't make any more signings or sell any more players. And we take on Spurs for the first game of the new season in the Community Shield, of course. They won the FA Cup. They beat us in the final, actually, and we won the league, of course, thanks to Michael and Goo's late heroics. So as we take on Spurs here, of course, we've now got one of their players. We signed Glenn Robinson off them. Would it prove to be a good investment straight away? Who knows? Well, the first chance of the game would fall in the 17th minute here as Ezekiel, making his debut, goes down the right-hand side. A great chance here. He uses all his pace, swings it across, and it falls to Oxlade-Chamberlain, also making his debut, but it's blocked, and it falls to Suso, making his debut, but the shot is saved by Courtois, and it's still 0-0. So a couple of good early chances there, but in the 41st minute, a good chance for Spurs to take the lead. Nathaniel Klein gets on the ball down the right-hand side. Good chance here. He rolls it through towards Eric Lamela, but thankfully for us, Leali smothers his body and makes a good save. So still scoreless. Good stop by our goalkeeper there. And from the corner, it's Christian Eriksen who swings it across towards the centre. It's cleared away though by Glenn Robinson, making his debut against his former club. As we give possession away though, Lamela makes the challenge. Nasa Plee loses the ball. Carrasco gets onto it and finds Glenn Robinson back on his feet. He gives it to Suso. Suso gives it to Oxlade-Chamberlain here, running through. A great chance for a debut goal. Here Ronaldo chops past Nathaniel Klein and blasts it past Courtois. So the former Arsenal man scores against Spurs, and it is a goal on his debut for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. So I'm very happy with that signature, if nothing else. Really good finish there, and it's 1-0. And on the stroke of half time, good chance for us to make it 2-0. We had a free kick here. Decided to try and let loose with Eric Dier and try and catch Courtois out here as we go for the shot just over the wall. Tried to drill it over the wall as well, and it was a great strike, but unfortunately Courtois dives low to his right and makes a very good save. That's a good stop by Courtois. It really is. So much power in that by Eric Dier. Great accuracy as well, but unfortunately the Belgian goalkeeper at full stretch tips it wide. So still 1-0. And in the second half here, as Spurs fail to get this ball away, Nasa Plee plays it forward towards Gareth Bale, but this is exactly why I signed Glenn Robinson. Perfect challenge, gets on his feet, perfect ball over the top towards Ezekiel, and Ezekiel makes it 2-0. So that is exactly why I signed him. That is a perfect reason as to why I wanted him in my team. Perfect challenge, perfect ball over the top, and a great finish by Ezekiel. So a wonderful, wonderful piece of play by Glenn Robinson, and a great finish by Ezekiel. So 2 debut goals, 1 for the Ox, 1 for Ezekiel. And great to see Glenn Robinson, the big money signing, get an assist as well. So fantastic tackle and ball over the top. Fantastic finish by Ezekiel as well. It was a brilliant finish really, and that makes it 2-0 to Millwall. So glad to double our lead here, and a good finish by Ezekiel. Like I said, making his debut, and I need to change his boots though. They don't look very nice at all, do they? But yeah, 2-0, and we were playing very well indeed. And in the 64th minute here, Harry Kane gets on the ball and finds Brian Carrasco. Carrasco now playing at right back, gives it to João Cancelo, who we've subbed on at right back, so Carrasco can play up the pitch a bit more. And as Corky gets on the ball here, he gives it away. It does fall to Brian Carrasco, and Carrasco dinks it over Courtois and puts it into the goal, at least not into the back of the net, but into the goal. Carrasco scores, and it's Spurs 0, Millwall 3. So as you saw there, I brought on João Cancelo so I could push Carrasco up the field, and it clearly worked because Carrasco gets the goal, and it's 3-0 to Millwall. And Spurs really weren't having a good game. We were having a stormer, and in injury time here it could have been 4-0. What a run by Oxlade-Chamberlain. Such a great display of pace. He keeps on going, he keeps on going. He crosses the ball in, it's headed away, only as far as Scott Triggs. Triggsy, the man with no legs, gets onto the ball, drags it back and shoots, but unfortunately Courtois makes the save, and eventually Chamberlain can't keep the ball on as it goes out for a goal kick. So 3-0 the final score. We do win the game, and we do win the Community Shield. So the first piece of silverware this year is won, as we do win the Community Shield. And yeah, it's not in your objectives to Community Shield, so it really doesn't matter if you win or lose, but it's still nice to win. And of course, in a game where we had so many debuts being made, Ezekiel, Sousa, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Robinson, it was just really nice to get the win and have all those players play very well. You know, Sousa had quite a quiet evening, but other than that, everyone played really nicely. So a very, very good performance there, a very good win, a dominant win against our rival club and our former club as well. And obviously a big win for us as we collect our first piece of silverware this year. It's not the one I want, obviously, but I'll take it for the time being. So hopefully a sign of things to come this year. You know, Leal Gutierrez lifting the trophy. Hopefully a sign of things to come. And as we eventually watch these celebrations come through, Gutierrez will lift the Community Shield. And that does mean we have won our first trophy of the season of hopefully 5. Who knows? But yeah, there you go. It's a win, and hopefully a sign of things to come. But as for what we're going to do with the squad now, I mean, I really don't want to sell any more big players. I just want to keep the squad as it is. Possibly bring in 1 or 2 more fringe players and then leave it as it is until January, but we'll have to wait and see. Who knows, maybe something big could happen, maybe we'll just leave it as it is, but we'll have to wait and see. But as always guys, big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, because it's much appreciated. It really does help my channel out, and it only takes a second to click that like button, and I'll see you for the next episode of my career mode very soon. For this group of players.